The Steam Deck has some competition with the ASUS ROG Ally, and while it might be a more powerful handheld system, handheld PC, or whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to be buying it. I'm going to be sticking with the Steam Deck. I know a thing or two about revisions and making new handheld consoles all the time because, the Retroid Pocket 3 turned into Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. The ROG Ally is probably going to turn into the ROG Ally 2 or ROG Ally Plus. And with stuff like that, there's a certain level of craftsmanship and sort of brand trust that you have with the Steam Deck that I don't have with Asus products. Asus does have a history of making some pretty good products that actually do what they say, but if you look at the websites for them, it looks like the Asus ROG Ally is over-delivering and underperforming. And the Steam Deck is the opposite of that, where they really say less things about the Steam Deck, and then when you actually turn it on and work it and get through all the updates and stuff like that, it ends up being a much better handheld PC than it looks. With things like the screen brightness and all of that the Steam Deck did, you get a lot more out of your console, and with all the updates and care that Valve puts into the Steam Deck, it just feels a lot like it's a more competent staff behind the Steam Deck than the ROG Ally. That's not to say that the ROG Ally isn't worth buying, it's just that for $700 plus all the other stuff that you might have to end up buying, it's just not going to be worth it for me to upgrade over the Steam Deck with stuff that, it makes it so that it's so easy to plug and play. I'm not very good with computers, it's just, I've just never have been, but with the Steam Deck, getting emulation and stuff like that figured out was a breeze. You can get Emulation Station, Batocera, all the stuff that you would get on other consoles like the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus or stuff like that, or even the PlayStation Vita, which I have a bunch of emulators and stuff on. That was the first one that got me into all this. Steam Deck is plug and play as it gets. It's idiot proof. All the things on your Steam Deck that you use, you can change things and then reset them immediately and go back to just right out of the box stuff if you mess anything up. It's really, really difficult to screw up on this thing. And just from an overall standpoint of comfortability of holding it, of use, of battery life, of everything, all the stuff that I already own for the Steam Deck, like the dock and cases, it's just not going to be worth it to upgrade to a new handheld PC that's $700 too. It's more expensive than the Steam Deck. You're paying for the power of the thing, and you're paying for the ability to use Windows operating system, which is a bit janky on the Steam Deck. That's one of the only things that I can say is a bit disappointing, is that you don't have access to Game Pass. So stuff like that is disappointing, but also the Steam Deck, it feels like it's just going to have a longer lifespan than any of these other new handhelds come out. It feels much like iPhones versus Android devices, where if you are a tech geek and you're into that sort of sphere, you get your Android phone, you can do everything you want with it. But if you want the plug and play sort of option, you get the iPhone and you use it, and you deal with the consequences of maybe not having compatibility or stuff like that. At the end of the day, you can get modules and GPU stuff for the Asus ROG Ally, but the Steam Deck, if you're looking for something that is as plug and play as possible, that's idiot proof, that will get the job done through iterations and all of that. It doesn't seem like we're getting a Steam Deck 2 anytime soon, but with the ROG Ally, who knows, you might get a Plus model within 6 months. But the Steam Deck is just so easy to use. It's just readily available right now. You can get it right now mailed to your house, whereas with the ROG Ally, there might be some shipping issues, there might be some parts issues or stuff like that. Asus, in general, not the best brand when it comes to reliability and stuff like that. So if you're making your informed decision here, my informed decision is I'm not going to be purchasing one, even though it does have the allure of being way more powerful, especially in docked mode and stuff like that. But the Steam Deck, especially with the 16:10 screen and all of that goes into it, and how easy it is to use, and how I already know how to use it, I'm going to be sticking with the Steam Deck. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be getting the ROG Ally? Are you sticking with the Steam Deck? Do you have something else? Do you have the AYN Odin? Or are you just sticking with something like the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that fun YouTube stuff, because we're trying to build the channel here for gaming. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again real soon.